Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents The Titan's Gift, Season 2, Episode 37. And what I believe may be the beginning of the end of the chapter. We'll call it Chapter Finale, perhaps Part 1. I am your demon host, Marty, joined by the Seattle crew. How is everyone doing tonight? Max, Matt, Neil, and Luke, in order that you appear on my desktop. How is everyone doing?
I'm doing pretty well. We've got movers coming and packing everything up on Monday. And Tuesday, they're going to put all the boxes on a truck and send it up to Washington. So, in a pretty good spot. Dogs are tearing things up, but they'll be out of the house as of this weekend. So, that's nice. And then World of Warcraft Shadowlands came out. So, you guys should all feel very blessed that I'm choosing to spend my evening with you and not my level 56 hunter that I have been grinding for the last 2 days, every moment that I'm not working. So it's been good times, good times.
What is this thing called work? And when do we do it?
Yeah, it's like as soon as I'm done with work, it's like, all right, I got an hour for lunch, I got an hour before work, I got some time after work. I don't need to go to sleep. I can go to sleep at like 3 a.m. It's fine.
Crazy. Did you start at first level just because the expansion came out, or?
No, with the level squish, they brought everybody down to level 50, and so the new level cap is level 60. So I got everything ready. I normally main a Death Knight, but I decided to go with a Hunter this time around. I was having a lot of fun with Beast Mastery in the pre-patch event, and this expansion's really good. It's gorgeous. It's got really good story. It's got really good VO. I wasn't a super huge fan of Battle for Azeroth, but Shadowlands is really good. It's really good.
Nice.
Really enjoying it.
I've got an ancient level, I don't know what mage. It
probably got level squished down to like 20 or something.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. It was the last time I played it was the right before the Panda expansion.
Mr. Panda.
Yeah. So we I think one of the last things we did was kill Deathwing.
Okay.
In the raid, and that was and got I got the staff.
Yeah, so you missed Legion, Battle for Azeroth. You got Cataclysm. I
got Cataclysm.
Yeah. So you only missed a couple expansions. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
This is a good one to come back to be honest. They have a really good leveling thing, really good leveling system. They made it so that you don't have to go through all the expansions now. You just pick one. So it's like, oh, I want to level, Wrath of the Lich King. You start at 1. You start at 10 once you get out of the starter zone. And you go from 10 to max level in one expansion. And then you catch up to the new content. So you can just pick whatever your favorite expansion was to level there. Or the one that you haven't done yet, right? Like you could pick Legion and get to max level. So it's pretty cool. It's good. It's beautiful, too. It is gorgeous.
Nice.
Matt, what's new with you?
I'm off work this week, so that gives me time to catch up at work, which is nice.
That's awful.
That
is sad.
But put in a couple 3 hours a day, catching up here a little bit here and there is actually kind of relaxing. Jen, my wife made rough puff pastry and made sausage rolls for dinner. It was fantastic. It was very, very good. That's what I've been up to.
Cool. Neil, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. Life is just interesting at this point. You and I were discussing Bitcoin going up and, the effect that has on Ripple at the moment. And, it's just interesting observing these things. I don't prescribe to know why it's going up or why it's going down other than people getting excited. But it is still interesting. Other than that, not much. I wasn't here last week, so I just overdid screen time a little bit and needed some time off and time away from the screen. And then on Saturday morning, I got up and I played some Factorio while I watched the stream, and I really enjoyed the delayed poison on the poison pill. It's like, I don't know, it's the moment of the year for me so far.
It's so good. I described it to my wife afterwards. She plays Pathfinder, and she was like, "That's amazing."
That was just brilliant.
The fanatic trying to commit suicide, and you're like, "Nope." You're not in control here. Yep.
You can die when I say you can die.
Yep. Yeah, that was a moment.
Yeah,
it
that
was
was
a
a
good one.
moment.
Luke, what's going on?
I just moved. I am a bit exhausted. Yeah. Woo.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, we've got the kitchen set up, so there's parts of the house that are fully functioning. But man, it was intense. There was like a 20-hour day, and then a 12-hour day, and a 16-hour day, and it's just been a lot. You know, it's brutal, but it feels so good to be in the house. Even just like driving around running errands, it's so much more relaxing to just pull out of a driveway, drive some side streets, pull into a parking lot, not have to deal with like downtown city traffic and all the people and noise and craziness. So it's good. It's real relaxing. Just fell asleep listening to the sound of raindrops on the roof today, so that was cool.
Nice. Nice.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
Different life to in the city, right?
Yeah, night and day. Oh my god. So,
Welcome to the east side, buddy.
It's good. Glad to be here. I'm really excited to live the east side lifestyle.
I guess it's east of Seattle, but it's kind of like north of where you
More
are.
north,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're north side.
Well, it depends on where you are. I mean, if you're in New York, it's far west.
Sure. Thanks, Neil.
Thanks.
Thanks. Never eat shredded wheat. All right. Let's see. What am I up to? I've been watching Westworld now that the season 3 was released on DVD.
Nice.
I'm
watched
half
season 3. We were waiting for that to happen, and then somewhere it happened, and we missed it. And then it was everything you got to pay for it on Xfinity.
I'm not enjoying season 2 as much as season 1. It feels like they're doing that thing where they just draw things out to fill up episodes. I don't know. I found myself more than often like opening my phone or starting to read a thing or just leaving the room and leaving it playing.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I've caught the plot beats at least, but yeah, I have a feeling they're just dragging it out.
I never went back after season 1.
I tried to start season 2 like about a year ago, and I felt like, and I just watched season 1, and I felt like I needed a palate cleanser after season 1. It's just a lot of violence, like just like it's like not that it bothers you. It's just after watching 10 episodes of like, wow, this is pretty intense. I need to go and do something else. So I in the last week I've rewatched season 1. Excited for season 2, and then I don't know, I guess I could spoil it a little bit. Season 1, a bunch of people get shot. It's like, I wonder how they're going to do season 2. Season 2, all the characters that got shot just kind of go like this. And they're all back in the show. I'm like, well that you just undid the climax of season 1 and where everyone gets shot.
Did you guys not see Dallas? This doesn't work.
Right. It's like, oh, they're playing by different rules, and apparently they've got some super medicine that will, help with gunshot wounds because we need the characters in the second season. And so at that point, I kind of went, okay, I see what you're going to do. You're going to take a formula that worked and then just, from a story point of view, just drag it out.
We actually had something similar happen to a series to us last week. So I do not spoil it. I won't give the specifics away, but it was a pilot episode for a new series. And the male actor that plays in it is somebody that my wife really likes. He's acting. And she was really excited to watch it because he's in there. And like the last second of the pilot episode, he gets freaking shot out of nowhere. And it was like, well, what's the point now? and then I also, and when I was contemplating that the following day, I also realized I never completed watching Raised by Wolves. I have no idea what happened there. I think I forgot about it.
Oh, I finished, I think, what's available. I think I'm waiting for season 2 right now on that one.
I haven't watched it
Not
yet.
totally sure.
It's good. I hear it's good.
So you pulled a Boromir, basically. A Ned Stark.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's just Sean Bean's classic.
Yeah, he just dies in everything, I guess. He pulled a Sean Bean. Thank you. I could remember his characters' names, not his
He
actual name.
filmography. Died in the first scene of. Died in the second scene of. Not entirely true. I mean, there's a couple of ones where he doesn't die, but he still plays the bad guy in what's that movie about the scroll with Nicolas Cage. I forget what it's called.
Treasure something.
Sorcerer's Apprentice?
National Treasure. That's it.
National Treasure.
Yeah. Because he doesn't die in there, but he just plays a really bad guy.
He should. It's unfortunate he gets to.
He should.
So to continue the list of filmography, died, should have died, but didn't.
There we go.
Nice. Well, speaking of death, let's move on to what happened last game.
There was some of that.
There was some of that. Yeah, do you want to... Apparently my OneNote never didn't sync from my other computer and now, so could somebody... Oh, no, I got it. I just was ahead of myself. Just updated. Between a throne and a hard place was last game. Using illusions and disguises, the party interrogates the senior doctor. And that was the delay poison scene. Afterwards, they plunder Dr. Davalus' desk for goods and information. The professor learns new spells, while Thurgus and Zephyros spend time crafting. Pharisee sends Pixel to deliver a message to Commander Croft at the Citadel.
And rolls poorly.
The night of 21s.
Pixel fails to return, forcing Pharisee to go looking for her wayward familiar. And I think, I don't know if you guys want to summarize for the stream what you guys found in Dr. Davalus' desk, and then what Pharisee actually learned by taking a visit to the Citadel.
Well, I can say that from the visit to the Citadel, we learned that the throne in the Citadel is guarded by an invisible imp that seems to be a familiar in the service of probably the Queen.
It was like a hybrid Quasit imp, I think.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stream named the Quasimp.
Yeah, and the windows around the throne have petrification traps. So Pixel had gotten caught in a petrification trap. It seems like the Crescinda Croft is kind of constantly under the watchful eye of the throne, which is an old throne that's been recently modified. That's what I recall of it.
As far as what we've learned about the Blood Veil, it seems to be the creation of this trifecta of Lady Andaisin, the Baron Archmenos, and Doctor Davalus, and they chose this Voral Plague as sort of the progenitor of the Blood Veil. They chose it because it could be influenced by necromancy. So they've been sort of like biological engineering this Blood Veil. It seems to not be as effective on some inheritor races. They just die. They don't turn into like the zombie carriers.
We learned halflings were immune as well.
Yeah, Yondans are immune. It seems this Lady Andaisin is she's sort of the most powerful person in this trifecta. We've already killed Baron Archmenos, and Dr. Davalus is still out there somewhere, but that's...
And the doctor that we interrogated was actually working for the lady. We found that he was kind of a bit of a fanatic.
Yeah.
Didn't want to give her up, wasn't going to talk poorly. Like, even in the face of death, was like, actually, you know what? I'm drawing the line here. I'd rather die than tell you about her. So that was pretty important. And then we had a connection between the Queen. Thurgus doesn't know this, by the way. This is just what I recall. We had a connection between the Queen and the alchemists for the first time as well.
Yeah.
Because
the Queen funded the Doctor Davalus' work. I think it was what it was.
Right.
Cool. I think we left off the game with Pharisee flying with petrified Pixel in her arms back to the Iron Pine residence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's late. I think Zephyros and Thurgus have finished their crafting for the day. I've got you guys on the Hospice map just in case, because I think you guys are returning to the Hospice.
I think that's likely.
Yeah. Pharisee, I guess they keep the place kind of locked up, so there's a rap at the door. Thurgus opened, or I guess Bukerbeck was keeping watch by the door, and he opens it up and lets you in.
Hello. Unfortunately, the note wasn't able to be delivered. There are some traps around the place. Pixel's been turned into. I pull out Pixel, a little stone fairy. So I need to borrow some of that stone salve and bring her back and figure out what she's seen, but probably not too much. I think she flew in a window and immediately turned to stone. I almost did myself.
Oh, poor Pixel. She's just like the other fairy I stuffed into one of my stomachs.
Yes. We'll undo that fairy at some point too when it's to our advantage.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, she's safe for keeping. I didn't eat her.
Good. Yes, I also brought this little what is this? This little, was it a cockroach?
Beetle?
There was like a scarab beetle.
Yes, this little stone beetle, which I don't think is magical, but I don't know. I fancied it.
Oh.
Do you want it, Makrona?
Oh, it depends. Is it for eating or for keeping?
Which one would you prefer?
Oh, well, since you have it in your hand, I kind of like to do whatever it is that you'd like me to do.
Why don't you have this for keeping?
Okay.
Until we figure out that it's truly. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh.
He then just sits awkwardly near you for a while.
Oh, so does Pixel go into one of my bellies or not? Are you keeping her out?
Pixel, I think we can undo the petrification on Pixel.
Oh, okay.
We have some magic goop.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, where is that stored? Around here somewhere, yes?
Yes, we brought it back from the Chalmers residence, I believe. From the Baron and his ilk.
Somewhere in here.
There were two of them. I think I know where it is. I'll go and find the stone salve and dunk Pixel in one of the doses.
Okay. Give me a Knowledge Arcana check first.
I will happily do that. Hopefully this is a workable plan. Knowledge Arcana is plus 15.
I'll aid you if we're talking about this when you get back.
Yes, you think this would work, right, Professor?
Curious.
26.
Okay. Stone Salve does mimic the spell Stone to Flesh, but the transformation of Stone to Flesh is dangerous.
Yeah, there will be the system shock potentially there.
Yeah.
I believe it's a fortitude shock to the body. The transmutation process can be painful.
It's a DC 15 Fortitude save to survive the process. I don't know if any precautions are being taken ahead of time. You're welcome.
That is a reasonable question. Well, Pixel is sturdy, but not astonishingly sturdy. In fact, not very sturdy. Come to think of it,
Can we like wrap her in a cloak of resistance and cast Bear's Endurance? Like,
I would let Pixel's magic items, if they're still being worn by her, they do appear separate from the stone statue. I would let them apply.
Okay. We could swap. We could swap her cloak. Oh, actually, she has. That's a +2 cloak. She's a +4. I don't think she really exists as a target right now, so I don't think I can cast something on her.
Makes sense.
But I can start a bard song and give her a second chance if she fails it.
you gonna sing a song about dipping her in some goo?
We could take this cloak that's on her and replace it with a more powerful one.
What about your witch powers, where you make everyone very competent?
I don't know that I have witch powers that make people competent. Do I have witch powers that make people competent?
Good hope or something?
I don't know. It looks like Bukerbek's just reaching.
Throwing stuff
Yeah.
out there.
Yep.
No, I don't think so. I'm not that kind of witch, Bukerbeck. I tend to make people worse, not better.
Ah, I've heard of witches that steal fortune from some people in order to give it to others.
Yes, I take, but don't yet give. Well, I give in some sense, but
I
but
see.
not in others.
You're but one of the hands, not many. I understand.
Yes,
perhaps
yes, I suppose so. What
Oh,
else could I do?
does that mean she's gonna die?
Well, no. There's a decent chance she'll live. Let me think about this. If I inspire greatness,
Perhaps you could cast Dimensional Anchor on it, eh? Bukerbeck, your favorite spell, as I hear.
I don't think that would... It would... No, I don't think it's appropriate at this time, wizard.
What happens if she fails? Does she like die or something?
well, yes.
Could we just like bring her back?
That's a somewhat time-consuming and expensive process, but yes, we could. She knows most of my spells, and I would be very sad to lose her.
Oh, yes. She is like your spell container. Oh, she holds spells for keeping? I never knew that.
Yes. Very much so.
Please don't die, Pixel.
She's put some of them into the stone familiars, so but she's also my friend, and it would be sad to lose her this way. Well, let's see. There's a chance that she would survive it, and I can give her another chance as well.
Is that
I'm assuming that we really can't that she's not targetable by spells in this form.
She might be targetable in the instant that she is transforming.
If anyone can give her blessings as she's changing, you might be able to help. Perhaps
Hero point on the stream.
perhaps if you could make her sturdy like a bear, or heroic in some sense. I could
Oh yeah, I could do that. I will just pray to the great blood bear, and everything will be fine.
Oh,
And I begin invoking the blood bear.
interesting. So I can
Oh, please take care of this shitty little creature. She's got no fortitude. Oh, make sure she doesn't bleed all over the floor when we turn her from
Excellent.
not being rocks. Make sure that she keeps the wings attached and don't drop her because she might break first.
can you pour one of those potions
it's
on
great.
Which one?
her? Potion of Bear's Endurance.
I have it as a prepped spell. She's just not a valid target right now.
Yes, if you can cast it on her as soon as she starts to turn.
I'll hold it. Can I like hold it as a held spell and just like Just like put it on her.
Sure.
I might be able to cast
That's
a good
fine.
hope in time.
It doesn't have to be you that dunks her in the potion, does it? Allow me
No.
to apply the salve.
If you'll apply the salve, I will cast a good hope as soon as she starts to turn. Thurgus will do his thing,
All right, hands in.
and I will keep a bard song going and inspire her to try again if things go poorly.
And for some reason, I feel a bit more heroic all of a sudden. Strange feeling. Do you share it?
Yeah, that's a bloodbear. You gotta say like nice words, and then you feel great.
Oh,
If you're not helping, stand back,
Says Quebec to the professor. the claw makes a rude gesture when Quebec's not looking.
This would be delightful. Let's see here. Timely inspiration, I think, is not.
You're so far above the DC in terms of raw saves right now that it's not even funny.
All right,
plus
let's do it.
for hero point.
This is +8 before a roll.
Yep.
Oh, that's the right way to use that, isn't it? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so +8, we've got the +2 from the Fortitude potion, and then another +2 from Good Hope.
That's 12.
+12 on
With
top
a
of
reroll.
her. Yeah, +12 with a reroll on top of her base.
What's the reroll for?
Saving finale, I think.
Oh, yeah.
saving down. On
Yeah,
top
so-
of her base +4. Yeah, so she needs to not
16 or
roll a
something?
1.
All right.
Well, she
yeah.
needs to not roll a 1 twice in a row.
Yes.
1 in 400 chance.
Just curious, is this considered an attack roll or not?
I will
Saving
start
throw.
playing the pipes
Yep.
and say now.
All right. Quebec begins
Oh,
to
don't suck, little creature. Stay alive.
he begins to apply the salve. You can see the salve begins to cake over her and then begin to start to move in little flashes of light. And as the flashes of light eat away against the goo, you can see Pixel's internal light beginning to show.
Cast Good Hope
Good Hope is cast. Thurgus.
and continue
Bear's
Bard Song.
endurance.
Bear's Endurance is cast. You manage to kind of stick your finger in where it's actually Pixel and not the stone. She's kind of crying out in this high pitch, like.
Nat 19.
She shakes it all off and then looks around.
No
Oh.
rescue coming out of this thing.
It doesn't look like she's dead.
Oh, good job. You didn't die.
Thank you. Thank you.
She
And thank you.
angrily kind of like ran up to to a candelabra that was in the room, kind of hides behind it a little bit, and then flits around, then goes up aggressively, almost like right to Pharisee's face.
I think you missed something, Pixel, didn't you? A little trap?
She tells you all about what had happened, and she saw bugs, and she didn't get the message.
Has she developed a paranoia of windowsills?
Get somebody there! Go! The castle's bad.
Did you go in through the window?
Yep.
And then nothing. You forget you.
I saw the bugs, but I saw they were moving. I thought they were dead, and I went through. There was this green light, and then I fell down. And it was painful.
You didn't talk to Crescinda at all? Did you see Crescinda?
No.
All right. And they didn't get the note.
No.
So that's good.
It's right
We will burn it
Oh. Why are we gonna burn it?
so that no one discovers what we know.
Well, then why did you send me in the first place?
Because
Yeah, that's a
Crescinda
good
is
question.
on our
Why did you
side.
send her?
Crescinda might be able to help. But we
Oh.
don't want anyone other than people that we want to know to know,
Oh, okay.
you see.
Got it. So we're just gonna go in person now.
I think at this point we're just going to take a nice nap, go clobber the downstairs portion of this horrible place on your behalf, Thurgus, and then explain after the fact.
Okay.
I like this plan except for the part where we have to go tomorrow. I'm not going to
Crescenda
sleep
seems
at all.
a little too well observed.
Well, I'm to tell you guys something. I'm ready for the fight. I've been looking at my spell books all while you were talking. I don't even know what you guys were doing. I was just trying to figure out what spells I could cast.
Oh, Pixel didn't die.
Yes. Oh, we're so happy, Pixel. So very happy.
But
Going to
any
spend some
harm?
time with that stone familiar.
Was there any harm to Pixel? Is there anybody that
No.
deserves an extra bit of fire?
Oh, I don't know. You'll have to ask Pharisee.
I think we'll want to be prepared when we do attend Crescenda next. There are creatures potentially watching from the fog around the throne.
And it's like covered in grey maidens, right?
Mostly guards there. I didn't actually see any Grey Maidens, but I recall them being around before. I think they're down below. Right? Inside, it may be guards, but outside, it's kind of been taken over by Grey Maidens.
And in terms of battle tactics, are we okay tomorrow with just a bunch of fire, or are we looking for acid or cold or something else?
There may be a lot of, shall we say, perhaps innocent victims down there being experimented on. We should certainly expect to encounter Grey Maidens and Plague Doctors coming after us in groups, which will be very fireball-y. What else? We need to get in and then out as efficiently as we can. I can teleport some of us out.
Teleport? I was thinking dimension door.
Dimension door in and out is good. Teleport gets us much, much further away, which is nice.
A teleport prepared. Do we have a second one to get the rest of us?
I have the second one. So we've got a pair of teleports available. If dimension doors end up being sufficient, I'm fine with that. But
Can we use dimension door to get in? Dimension door from a carriage in the street, perhaps?
Dimension door is a very useful spell. It's a very, very
suspect-
useful
yeah.
spell.
Oh, I had a thought. What if I just like make us all super resistant to fire, and then you just fireball us all as we move through the place?
that doesn't sound bad. I have some very, very dangerous fogs that I can bring, and I can give us all a little protective shell to keep us safe from that too. So if we can be
your
safe while
fog.
everyone around us dies, that sounds delightful.
I like the fog idea. I've been toying with this idea, Pharisee. I have this resilient sphere that might work with your fog. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Gather up a person in the fog that surrounds them and just let them slowly die there.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I
Take
think
them
that
out of
could
the
work fine.
fight, and if it takes a long time, that's okay, because we can continue and focus on someone else.
Sure.
If ever we get bored, we can just look at them and go, "Oh yeah, he's still there."
Yes.
Marvelous. Do we have a second dimension door to get in? Zephyros, I heard you said you had one.
I have one.
Bukabek. Yes, perfect. Then
Nice.
Bukabek and Zephyros, you can dimension door us in, and then Pharisee, you and I will have the teleports to get out. And we
Yes.
teleport back here to the Iron Pine residence?
But I always have an extra dimension door prepared just in case. But
Probably
you might
wise.
tempt me with this teleport thing you speak of. When
Yes.
this battle is over, do show me.
Yes, it will be nice to travel a bit more leisurely with teleports. It truly is the wizard's way to travel.
It's a little more risky, but it goes much further.
Slightly some risk.
There may be a lot of victims down there that we want to get out. It might be something to consider. How will we transport them out?
I was just thinking, if you're a victim to these people, maybe don't want
Having
to
that
get
extra
out of it.
dimension door might be nice.
Maybe you just want to end it and go, I'm done. Like, how much can the average person take?
That's a good point. We could just kill them all.
Well, if they die in
Get them out of the misery.
the
I-
crossfire, I think that can happen, but surely we shouldn't.
As living proof that you can survive brutal and gratuitous forms of torture, I'm of the opinion we try and let them live.
Yes.
There,
I
there we
was
have it.
certainly not suggesting we let good people die.
So what we do is we unbuckle them, right, while they're all bloody and they got their guts hanging out, and if they can run to the door, then they've been blessed by the blood bear, and if they can't, then clearly they were weak.
Yes, that settles
Yes. All right.
yes.
It's better than what I've got.
Gosh, you guys, I can't believe you were talking about killing them. It's so dark.
We're
It
just
feels.
discussing.
I'm so glad. It feels nice to be one of the good guys finally.
Yes.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's not about killing everybody. It's just you can't save
He's giving him a
everybody.
chance.
Like, I can't burn the place down and not have us die, and not have innocent people burn. Like, how do I do that?
It's quite.
There will be some casualties.
That's on them. They gotta make their saves. Gotta get out of the way.
Bukerbeck was shaking his head at the talk of putting people down.
If there are no people, there is no commerce.
Oh, that's a good point. Alright, your job is to check to see if they have any money when you set them free.
Find the people that can be saved, and then we can save them.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Look, I'm not doing the saving. I got a lot of people to kill. I've
Perhaps
got
you'll
my
see some
job.
of your
I've got a
fellows
task.
there.
That is fine. I will bring some healing magics, but if we are going to be violent today, I'd rather prepare many abjurations.
Or can you do that thing that makes it so that I can't get grappled?
Yes, I've got one of
Oh, it's
those.
so great.
It's
Perhaps
very
I will
important.
give it to you, Thurgis.
Oh, it's amazing.
In order for others to survive, we must survive.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I will prepare a dimensional anchor tomorrow morning. Just in case one of these wily wizards or priests or whomever we find down there tries to get away.
I think that's appropriate.
Just let me know whom. You've seen many of their faces. Perhaps I'll save it for Doctor Davalus.
And perhaps I will prep one of those suppressed charms and compulsions so that you don't get mind controlled and prevent us from escaping.
And
That seems reasonable. Yes.
I've been thinking as well. We have Mockernum, and
Oh.
such a useful member.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast my spells before I get into combat this time.
And you can cast shield, right?
Yeah. I can cast
I was-
shield, and I can strike true.
Oh, that's a good one.
But I can also cast shield and shield, or I can cast strike true and strike true, or strike true then shield.
So I was wondering, Mockernum, is there something in your chambers somewhere tomorrow where if you get a little motion sick and it comes out, it might be disgusting and put an enemy off a little bit?
Oh, I don't plan on letting that happen again.
I was wondering, have you ever flown before, Mockernum?
Oh, yeah, when I'm on your back and you're flying around.
No, I mean on your own. Accord. I was thinking of making you invisible tomorrow and letting you fly.
Oh, that would be amazing.
And if you happen to get a little sick along the way and you throw up on a bad guy, that would be okay.
Oh, I do get sticky sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Or I could strike true and take something from somebody that they don't want to be taken. But you
But
gotta
if you
tell me
attack-
what to take because it's for keeping or for eating.
Oh, when we fight, everything is for eating.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not exactly true. If there's like a really nice sword, you want to keep it.
Okay, aside from swords. Okay.
and rings and things that look
Shiny.
shiny.
Oh, wait. That's too many things. So that's why I want you you tell me if there's something that you want, and Makarnon will get it. But you gotta tell him what it is and whether it's for keeping or for eating.
Let's just plan on for keeping, maybe.
Okay.
So think of it this way, Mark. If we tell you we want the sword, whoever is holding the sword is not for keeping.
Oh, okay.
You're confusing the poor fellow.
So I can eat for not keeping for eating people who carry swords.
Oh my fucking god! No, you just keep the stuff, right, and you eat the people.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
How about this? If I stab them, you can eat them.
But do I have to?
No, it's up to you. It's like a buffet of grey maidens, like a people salad.
Oh, okay.
Do you think the Grey Maidens truly know what they're into here?
They've got no idea. But they also might try and murder us in our sleep because we're taking the night off.
Okay. I think I got it now. Good. We're good to go.
It's all right, little buddy. I'll point you in the right direction.
Okay.
The little guy talking in a Muppet voice is the intelligent bag of holding, also a mimic. His name is Makarnom. The Makarnom Gobbler is his full name, but it's been shortened over time to Makarnom.
So can we plan on going to sleep?
Yeah, the party has a fitful sleep, full of anticipation for the next day's battles. Thurgis doesn't get much sleep. The arcane casters get just enough so that they can prepare their spells the next morning. The smell of an Earl Grey tea and some pastries wafts through the Iron Pine residence that next morning. Bukerbeck's also brewing some very, very dark and strong coffee. And the party collects themselves quietly as the first rays of dawn pass over Grand Station.
So this is the end of another day, right?
Oh yeah, this is the beginning of a new day.
All right, so I can increase my number of charges on my staff by 1 again, which is great because now my staff is at 7 out of 10 charges, which is more than just useful for this battle.
There's like 7 days in the week or 10 days in the week here. It's like 10, isn't it? And we have to wait the full week, 10 days before the Ring of Sustenance kicks in. It's only been like 4.
Yeah, we house ruled that as 7 is the magic number for
10 is the RP.
I think we're at like 4 days, maybe going on the 5th day.
I just crossed 7 for the Turk Engineer Necklace of Sustenance, which I got a few days earlier than that. Yeah.
Speaking of necklace, I put this in the email thread, but I'm going to wear the Vampiric Torque. And if I need to swap out the Amulet of Natural Armor, I will. But since I'm already casting Barkskin, it doesn't stack. And I deal a lot of physical damage, so it's actually a more effective heal than the way I was using Fervor.
Nice.
Well, it's morning. Shall we head over?
Zephyrus is sort of just floating in the room a little bit.
Oh, did you cast Overland Flight on yourself this morning?
Every single day with Yoden's spoon so he can fly 24.
Nice.
Thurgis is like shaking himself, like going back and forth, kind of humming to himself. Dun, 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 dun.
Christopher's
The hand is tapping along with him.
Thurgis is familiar, who's invisible to most people unless they're actually watching with see invisibility, was dancing back and forth while Thurgis was getting ready. Huh, we're gonna kill lots of people today, aren't we?
That's right.
We're gonna free their blood and their water from their bodies, huh?
That's a weird way of putting it, but yes, that is a true statement.
Go free, little buddies, huh?
God, you are one creepy little bear.
Oh, you drew me up, so that's on you.
I am one creepy big bear.
Well, sort of. Anyways, sort of an amalgam. Blood, water. We gotta get out of here. By the way.
You keep saying that, and I know I'm trying to get us out of this house and killing more things.
Yeah. Just we gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I know. Did you not hear me last night? I was like, we should go kill him now, and they're like, oh, we gotta sleep, we're tired, but...
Come together, everyone. Let me give you the life bubble. I'm gonna go ahead and slap life bubble on everyone that I can see that doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, part of the reason why I pulled you guys to the Hospice map was so that you could put your buffs on your tokens in that map.
Yep. That sounds wise. Let me go ahead and.
I'm just gonna take a quick bio break while you guys start casting spells on yourselves. I think long-term buffs are being cast. You guys know it's about a 20-minute. It's about a 20-minute fly with the nightmare drawn carriage to the place where you were yesterday, to the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden.
If we traveled in a regular carriage, how long would that take?
40 minutes.
Okay. Should we just summon Conjure Carriage and park it on the street so we're a little less conspicuous?
The other option is we could fly the carriage right onto the roof, and then zap straight down into the chamber.
That's probably a good idea. If we can get there without, I mean, people are going to notice that giant flying carriage, right?
Oh my gosh, you're right. They would. They'd all have to charge up onto the roof.
We'll have to tell the horses to just like leave as soon as they drop us, right?
Yeah. Oh, hopefully they would come up to investigate it with at least some of their numbers. Who knows? Actually, where is? Oh, right.
I'm gonna cast See Invisibility, Resist Energy, Fire on myself.
Zephyrus is going to cast Mage Armor on himself and on Mokranum at this point.
There we are.
I'm leaving minutes and tens for a bit. I'll cast that when we get to our destination. There's quite a few spells that Zephyrus is going to cast in terms of buffing before we go in.
Yeah, this is going to be the first fight in quite a while where we are truly
Trying
fully
hard.
buffed out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my 10s right now just to get them out of the way.
I think that probably makes sense.
I mean, like, we can do the 10s on the ride, to be honest, because once we get close, once we're about, like, 2 football fields away is when we detour, so...
Should we... Oh, yes, true. All right, then. I'll wait.
Well, I'll mention so long that the 10 that Zephyrus is going to cast is Spell Sword. So that he can put his wand inside, or his staff inside of his side, and use them interchangeably.
That's a great one.
I'll do Endure Elements and Invisible Familiar right now, then.
Everyone is going to get Resist Energy Communal once we start putting up 10 minutes per level buffs.
Oh, so I shouldn't even bother with Resist Energy.
Because this will be Resist 30 Fire.
Okay. Then I'll do Resist a different energy then. Maybe like, what else would be good in here?
You may want to do
Electricity.
something. Yeah, because Zephyrus may throw electricity if we run into a situation.
When we fought these guys before, did they throw any kind of stuff like that?
I want to say acid from the alchemical golems, maybe?
Maybe they'll do acid.
I don't remember.
Okay.
All right. Quick fortune point count. Matt's at 0, Luke's at 0, Neil's at 1, Max is at 0. That's +2 to a d20 roll. And then there are 2 leftover hero points from the fight when when Thurgus was sent into the pit against the hulking zombie.
I'll volunteer my fortune point to the party. We could decide when to use it.
Nope, it goes to you.
Oh, does it have to go to me?
When they were gifted by the stream, they were gifted to specific people.
Got it.
So it is yours.
Okay.
Alright, I've got the life bubbles up. What else we got? Oh, the delayed poisons.
Okay, also put the spells on your familiars if they get them. I don't know if Christopher's getting a lot of spells because he's quasi-real.
So anything that splits duration, like Life Bubble, I would recommend that we don't give it to him, period.
Okay.
If he dies, there's no harm. I summon him tomorrow. So, like, he's not going to get resist energy, he wouldn't get Life Bubble, anything like that. Anything that's, like, one target per level or whatever, if someone can see invisibility, they might as well touch him. So, like, maybe Pharisee gives him a couple, but...
Woohoo! Making it rain in chat.
Oh my gosh.
Matt, Max, Luke. And another one for Luke. Matt, Max, Luke.
2, 3, 4. Let's see.
All right, guys.
I'm going to be honest, my favorite hero point that's been spent so far was that confirm on that Tetsubo crit. That was amazing on the other stream.
Fortune
Okay.
points.
Are
Fortune
you able to resist poisons?
Okay, I heard two questions at once. What?
Bukerbeck, are you able to resist poisons?
I did not prepare that spell today.
I think we are likely to run into some. I am going to delay them on you. All right, that's the hours.
I did not realize mirror image is personal. Shit.
I think we talked about it last time, because you were going to give it to me, but you gave me displacement instead.
Fell in that trap again.
That's alright. It's still a good buff for you. Especially if you put your rod in your weapon. Like, you might actually do some front lining today. That's not a bad thing.
True.
Matt, do you have a final count for how many minutes Life Bubble is going to end up being?
I've got 3 hours on you.
3
Oh.
hours total, split amongst targets?
18 hours total.
Sephiroth.
It's 2
Oh,
hours
nice.
per level splittable.
Got it. Okay, so
Yeah.
3 hours each is what you said?
Sephiroth, do you have a mage armor?
I put it on the tokens.
Yep, I've put a mage armor on you already, Markernum.
Oh, okay.
I'm also looking at other buffs I can put on you today. I am trying to see what I can do.
Oh, okay. Remember I can cast my own shield spell.
Let's do...
What are you casting, Professor?
What? Oh, I'll wait till we're in the carriage to begin, but if you must know, round 1 would be glamour, plus comprehend languages, round 2 see invisibility and resist energy acid, of course, round 3 shield and fly, round 4 reduce person and mirror image, round 5 haste and greater invisibility. Checking the spell book for round 6, I think there's a displacement in here somewhere.
I see. Perhaps we should, coordinate on our resists. I have a communal resist energy prayer.
Yes, I believe that Thurgis will be giving us resist energy fire communal for 35. Perhaps you could do acid for an additional. And then, yes, I shall do a personal electricity just for safety.
So you wish me to cast, one that protects against acid. Very well. I will cast that when we get closer.
What level's Bukerbeck?
He's 7th.
Okay, so I think we both get 20 points of resist.
Correct.
I just looked it up. I think I got it.
Yeah, he needs to divide it in 10-minute increments, so you'll probably do that when you get closer to the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden. He's likely going to put it on 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least.
As for my others, the freedom of movement lasts... Is that 10?
10 minutes per level, I think.
You could get that one now if you want, or in the carriage ride over, Fergus. Assuming we're putting it on you.
I think on the ride over for the things that last an hour or so.
Or do we want
And
to
then-
make... Or do we want to make sure that Ferrisay doesn't get grabbed? She has very delicate wings.
I could save my escape artist spell for Pharisee. I'm not very good at escape artists myself, so maybe I'll take the freedom of movement, being the one with like getting hit all the time, and maybe we save like the clutch one for Pharisee.
I'll try to stay hidden.
We're going to a basement. There might not be a lot of room down there.
Probably not. But, yeah, I can stay invisible for a little while.
I see. I'll keep it for now.
Marty, if you check Markernum's sheet, Markernum's token, I've put a still to cast on there, just so that you can see what I'm planning to cast on.
Are you on the
later.
same sheet that we are? We're on the Blessed Maiden map. I'll force you guys there again.
Oh, maybe I'm not.
I don't
Shit.
see Makernam on anything. I added mage armor.
Oh, I was on the wrong sheet. I'm sorry. So I have to redo Zephyrus's one. I am just going to jump back and go copy what I had
Sure.
for Zephyrus, and then...
Yeah, I had forced you guys there earlier, and then I told you which map I was on, and yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
I've got a life bubble on Makronom, because I think he's not necessarily immune to poison or anything like that. He's alive, but not on the claw because I don't think the claw can be poisoned. It's very undead.
Okay, where are you tracking the life bubble?
On the individual tokens.
If two of you are adding the same token at once, it won't save.
I
Okay,
think I've got it.
I've updated Markernum's token with what I'm going to cast on.
Matt, were you still planning on giving me heroism?
Yeah, I'll put that back. Yes.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Yes, well, shall we go ready the carriage then?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys take a look outside, and you can see that Smoke and Edgemane, the two nightmares that are bound and trapped to the grim carriage, are basically kicking around something you think might be an organ from the plague doctor that you had let them kill.
That seems about right.
They both look at you almost like they're guilty, and they ride the carriage up to you.
Oh no, you guys are good. You can keep playing. We're just getting in the carriage. We told you he was for playing. It's fine. You don't got to look so sad.
We weren't doing nothing. No, weren't doing nothing.
Yeah, all right then.
All right, Bukerbeck eyes Smoke and Edgemane suspiciously. The others just simply get into the back of the flying carriage.
Yes, well, as we get close, we will begin minutes tens per level, then minutes per level, and as we are in sight, rounds immediately followed by dimension door. Once we're inside, we'll go towards the elevator, heading down as soon as possible. I will start a distraction to try to get people to run away from the elevator shaft. Let's move down there as quick as possible, perhaps a wall of force to block the door. Once we're down there, yes, I'm sure we'll figure it out. If things get a bit spooky, remember, it's probably not real.
Right, all of that plus I'ma kill fucking every alchemist in that building.
I have your word on that, correct? Every alchemist?
As long as you guys aren't secretly alchemists or something, yes.
Are we going to the Alchemist Tower? Yeah, we're gonna go there.
No, not yet. we're definitely going to go there. No, we're going back to that hospice place.
Oh, I don't want to go back there. Yeah, it's boring there.
Have you
Okay,
been to
well,
the
just take us
Tower
like
before?
2 football fields away from that hospice place.
Sephiroth casts Keen Edge
What?
on Thurgus.
Why don't we go up to one of the castles? Yeah, we can knock soldiers off the towers.
That's not exactly quite what we're trying to accomplish today.
Oh, they're gonna make us go where they want. Yeah, always where they want.
Look, we're going to kill a lot of people, and I'm going to drag them out for you to play with. You can paint in the streets if you want.
Oh, you're gonna bring us out a toy this time? Yeah. Bring out one for me. Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
it should be fine.
Okay, we'll go back to the boring place. Yeah.
But just make sure we're like really far away, because we're going to teleport in.
All right, you just point out where you need to go.
All right. Professor, do you know where we're going?
Yes, I believe it was over what? By
Hey.
the district, yes?
Hey, look, there's a rotter over there. Yeah, let's get him.
And as they're riding down the street, there's a zombie kind of stumbling down the street, and they basically ride over him. The entire carriage gains height and goes aloft just moments before the zombie there. The zombie tries in vain to reach up towards the horses, which then hit them with their smoking hooves, and then one of the wheels of the carriage does the rest.
Perfect.
There's a bit of a spray across the street as they are now flying above the shingled roofs of the slough. You can see it's a quiet morning. The slaughter of the zombie and the happy whinnies of Edgemane and Smoke are the only thing that is heard in this particular area of the neighborhood, perhaps rousing people from their sleep. It is a slightly misty day, as it's sort of not quite raining. It's sort of a Seattle rain, where it's just sort of like water clinging to the air. Your windows fog up inside the grim carriage a little bit. Thurgus, you've got this nice dew on you. By the time that the carriage lowers down into the ruined, kind of flattened stone building part of the neighborhood. Where you're flying to. You flew from Harrowstone Lane in the Slough Borough all the way to the Grey District, and you wanted to be how many yards away from the hospice?
It was like 600 or something, right? It
Um,
was like 400, or sorry, it was like 400 feet plus 40 feet per level, I think. So we came up with like 640, was the math, was that right?
So I'm hearing you want to be
Or like 760? Yeah.
500, somewhere around like
600.
500 feet away from the hospice. Okay, so you
Yeah,
you land next to some ruined stone buildings. You are in the shadow of the great cliff that leads up to the plateau district, and there are some rough cobbles and uneven streets that you're now scattering down. You park very close to the same ruined, it looks like an old church, or perhaps temple. There are a lot of graves in the Grey District, and it's just sort of a gloomy landscape on an overcast day. I forget what season it is. Let me just check the journal. It is near the end of summer, so beginning of Thurgus's fight was, yeah, it is the first day of autumn. The leaves of the trees have begun to turn yellow. The seasons hath turned.
On the carriage ride over, I cast an extended good hope and an extended blessing of fervor.
Matt, autumn.
First day of autumn.
It is an auspicious time. This pearl is finally entering autumn, but it's not time for winter yet. It's time to fight the agents of winter today, folks. A blessed time indeed. Autumn's blessings will infect us all.
Ah, splendid. I always did love the changing of the leaves. Quite pleasant.
On the way there, Zephyrus casts Spell Sword on himself, and he casts Keen Edge on Thurgus.
The professor will cast Glamour, Comprehend Languages, See Invisibility, and Resist Energy, Electricity on himself.
Are we doing minutes yet?
I'm doing 10s.
Alright, still just dance. Okay.
Pharisee, that Good Hope. How many people got on that Good Hope?
Everyone got that. I can get 9 people.
Okay.
And I extended it so it's 18 minutes, so I'm casting that at the end of my 10s.
Did you do a delay poison as well?
I did.
Did the professor get that?
The professor should have it.
What's the duration on delay poison?
9 hours.
Okay.
All right. Communal resist energy. Acid, which would be 20, lasts for 10 minutes, goes up on Bukrabek, goes up on Zephyros. I'm pasting to Zephyros, goes on Makronam.
I got the professor.
Got the professor. Okay,
I got Thurgus.
You got Thurgus. Pharisee, you got it.
Yeah, I can do that. What is it?
Communal resist energy acid 20.
And that's gonna last like 11 minutes from Bukrabek, is that right?
10 minutes. He's gonna do it on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's gonna do it on Pixel as well.
Can the hand
Zephyrus.
do that?
The hand.
Zephyrus
He doesn't
also
have enough
cast-
for the hand.
Yeah, Zephyrus also casts See Invisibility on himself.
Okay. And I think Bukrabek is gonna cast Freedom of Movement on Pharisee instead of Thurgus.
Okay.
Thurgus. He thinks Thurgus is a big Gronk and will be able to.
We'll keep our liberating commands at the ready.
It's fine. Yeah, I mean, like, as long as it's what we think we're fighting, we have no idea what's down there. Like, if we fight, like, some sort of size huge Tendriculos or something, then I'm going to be in trouble. But, like, I don't know.
It should be fine.
He's making the right call with the information he has, I think.
Shall we begin minutes of spell casting now?
He also casts Magic Circle against evil on himself.
Ah, nice. Okay. Everyone is welcome to take Good Hope and Moment of Greatness if you don't have it. There's enough to apply to everyone.
What's the duration of Moment of Greatness?
It's going to be 18 minutes.
Okay.
I'm going to extend that one.
That goes on Bukrabek as well.
That one goes on Bukrabek as well.
All right, are you guys?
Makronam?
So that was, let's begin the minutes and then rounds per level as soon as we finish Dimension Door. Yes, yes.
Yes, I'm on board with that.
All
We
right.
go into the little office.
Yes, at the bottom of the stairs there.
I think for
Zephyrus.
minutes we should cast it right before we Dimension Door.
I agree with Pharisee.
Yes, let's do minutes per level, rounds per level, then Dimension Door.
Sounds good.
All
Minutes
right.
per level. I'm fine with minutes per level, Dimension Door, rounds per level, but
Sounds good, sounds good. Minutes per level, here we go. I'll cast Shield, Fly, Reduce Person, and Mirror Image.
Okay. Given the number of spells you guys are casting that are in the minutes per level category, you want to subtract 1 minute from your durations.
sure.
Who needs a bull strength?
I'll take one.
Will you benefit from it?
By 2
Okay.
for half.
Yep. Thurgus is
I think I'm not sure if Zephyrus had that prepped though.
Zephyrus had that prepped, but he can keep it on the back burner if we need another one later.
Makronam will also take a bull strength.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll put it on
nice.
Makronam. I'll put Zephyrus on Makronam.
Okay.
And Zephyrus is going to give Thurgus an extended enlarged person, right?
Yes.
Okay. I deducted everything by a minute. I think I'm good. I'm going to save out these notes. I recommend you guys probably save this section too, so we don't have to do it again in the future.
Right, it's like we have all the time in the world to prep. It's like, okay, what 30 spells are you casting?
Pathfinder is brutal when it comes to like knowing what you're going to do.
It's also, it tilts a fight, but it's also really bad and fun when the enemy gets to do it and you don't.
Yeah, we've had that happen to us once or twice.
Yep. Hasn't stopped you from doing it yourselves, though.
Okay, Zephyrus will walk through his minutes that he's casting quickly. He's casting Shield on himself. He's casting. He's casting Bull Strength on Makronam.
Nice.
Let me just add the Bull Strength to Makronam's sheet. Bull Strength on Makronam. He's not casting rounds. He's got that up. And then on the second sheet, he is casting Blur on Makronam. He's casting Blur on Thurgus. And he's casting Enlarge Person on Thurgus. And he's casting Fly on Makronam. I think that is all of them. And he cast a mirror image on himself. I've already rolled. You can go check the stream. You rolled maximum. So Zephyrus has 7 mirror images.
It's fine.
That's how many 1d7 at this round? Is that what we roll?
For mirror images, it's I think 1d4 plus 3.
Okay. At this point, I think Thurgus, you guys have exited the grim carriage, especially if Thurgus is getting big. There's no room in that front seat for him to get big.
Yeah.
Your familiars do not count as people with respect to the dimension door that you're about to cast. Are there any final spells you're going to put up? I think Bukarbeck's going to cast Resist Energy. Is there Resist Energy Fire going on?
Yes.
Yeah, I threw down a communal resist.
Okay, that did
Fire.
not make it to Bukarbeck's sheet. If you want
I
to add
can
it there.
copy paste it if you
Cool.
want. I just didn't know who had what open.
And then Weapon of Awe. Does Thurgus want that on his sword?
Sure, actually.
Okay, that.
I don't have that prep today, so that makes sense.
Blessings of Bampa Dama Damba.
And then Bukarbeck, I guess, will put Resist Energy, the just singular version. What did you selected? Lightning, Professor?
For my individual one, yeah, I did electricity.
Okay.
How long does a True Strike hold its charge?
1 round.
Does it? So it expires after 1 round.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
It's great for spell combat.
No, I got it. I have a Wand of True Strike as well.
Do you have the Wand Wielder Arcana?
Professor does. Oh shit! I forgot his domain spells. Bukarbeck casts Barkskin and on himself.
I thought Freedom of Movement was one of his domains, isn't it?
No, it's Dimension Door.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
And he'll cast. Who wants a fly that doesn't have one?
I'll take it.
All right,
Oh.
Thurgus, you are now flying.
Sounds great.
That will last for 6 minutes.
Okay.
All right, I've done a few interesting things here. I put Death Ward on Thurgus, Find Traps on myself, Long Arm on myself.
Did you already edit mine for Death Ward?
I believe so. Let's make sure.
We might
it's-
have overrode each other. Let me close it really fast.
Yeah, go ahead and put it on there.
Okay.
It's 9 minutes, so 8.
Max, just tell me when you're ready. I need to tell you something as well.
What's up?
the enlarged person that Zephyrus cast on you is an extended enlarged person.
Correct. I
I
have
just
it
wanted
listed. Yeah, I have it listed as extended 17 minutes, 18 minus 1.
Got it.
All right, I cast an extended invisibility on myself.
All right, we will add a blue aura.
Yep.
Right before we dimension hop in, I'll pop a swift action invisibility field.
Okay. Blue aura. All right.
Yeah.
Who is casting Dimension Door on whom? If you want to move your tokens into your Dimension Door groups, that would be great.
I believe Zephyros has one and Bukerbeck has one. I'll go with Zephyros. Bukerbeck and I.
Whoever's going in the first, I think we should do it like we do one and then the other, right? In case something bad happens, we should send hardy folks first.
Okay. Bukerbeck can only take 2 medium or small creatures or 1 large.
So I can go with Bukerbeck along with Makronom.
Sure.
This looks good.
And Zephyros can do. I had this open and then I closed it. I'm sorry. Dimension Door.
Now, I did not see the basement, but I think I have the measurements right.
A large
Good luck.
creature counts as 2 medium creatures. A huge creature counts as 2 large creatures, and so forth. So who can Zephyros take with him? Zephyros can take with himself. You can bring along. You can also bring along 1 additional willing medium or smaller creature.
Yep.
For 3
Per
caster
what?
levels.
So your caster 9. So you can do you plus 3. I'm 2. So it's 2 and the professor.
Yeah,
So
so
I'm a small
good.
3 of us.
creature right now.
We're good.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Dimension Door works out fine. I was worried for a moment when Thurgus turned really big before Dimension Dooring, but apparently I don't need to be worried.
I was gonna be like, oh well, too bad. You better spell recall that shit because I'm staying big.
Right. Okay. Bukerbeck, who described to him exactly where he needed to go? I'm assuming this happened either on the ride over or, that evening.
It would have been the
Back
professor.
corner of the building.
Yes.
You're going to want to go straight down from there.
All right.
About we can put our heads together and guess at the distance down from there.
All right. So about 15 feet back corner. Okay.
He's gonna shout so hard.
Below the ground.
Yes,
From-
below the
from the
ground.
back corner,
You said there was.
and in about 10 feet or so. Yeah.
All right.
And
There's that little pop out there. Yes.
I mean, he
That's
can aim
what
for
we're
the
going
stairs,
straight
right?
down.
I think I know where the stairs are. I can try to go below there.
Are we doing the stairs or are we going into the back office? Stairs, right?
Yes, faster is better.
All right.
stairs, I think. So stairs it is.
That should work. We'll simply pop out and then we'll be in that antechamber in front of the elevator.
Okay. Bukerbeck didn't see this place, but you guys have given some directions. I'm going to give him a... Let me check his skills.
While you're doing that, just bear in mind, Makronum knows Zephyrus wants to cast a touch spell on him, so Makronum knows he needs to go to Zephyrus so that he can get touched.
Yep. Bukerbeck gets a 24 on his spellcraft. And when the 2 spells are cast, are they being cast simultaneously or are you staggering? I asked because I heard you guys saying stagger.
What?
I think Bukerbeck can go one round after Zephyrus goes.
Zephyrus,
Oh,
what room are you dimension dooring into?
The stairs, didn't we say?
Okay, you want to point at the place where you want a dimension door to. This is the upper part of the stairs. The staircase goes all the way, goes down.
I think for the leading party, we're going to try and get us.
We lost your
sound.
Sorry, I think for the leading party, the idea was for us to just get there and get in there.
Sure.
Was that it, Max, or did we want to hang
Yeah,
back
I
a
would
little
say
bit?
no. I'd just say plan around like where F6 is on the map. We were just planning like right outside the stairs. Yeah.
Oh, I've been looking at the wrong stairs. Yeah, you're right. Where F6 is on the map.
So in the basement. Okay.
Yeah.
So Zephyros and Thurgus. Zephyros lands here. And I believe there's some space. Henry, you are small right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're actually in Zephyros' square, and Thurgus appears here.
That's a beautiful arrangement.
All right, Thurgus, the doors to the operation area where the alchemical golem was are closed. This is the place where you place that really strategic force wall. There are 2 Great Maidens. They have their helmets off. It looks like they were playing dice or something, and they both stop when there is a spell ensorcelled, angry 10-foot tall bear warrior in full plate armor, brandishing a gigantic adamantine sword, also cresting with magic. They both realize they're in a world of pain.
Bad things are about to happen to you.
I'm going to roll initiative for a gigantic list of things that I have on the initiative sheet that I've beforehand. Don't worry about if you don't understand my DM script. I will describe foes as they come into play. Now is the time to add any bonuses to your initiative roll to that sheet, though.
Which sheet is it? Where is it?
The initiative sheet, the combat sheet.
Just a quick check on one thing here.
I think I'll get a temp 1 from reduced person.
I think you're right.
I think just +1 from the dex.
You will also get, I think, 2 from Good Hope.
So a +3 bonus then?
Good Hope adds to Dex.
Good Hope is on ability checks, and initiative is an ability check.
Is it, though?
I'm just Hero Lab calculated it for me. So if you want to house rule it the other way, that's fine. Or we can look it up. But I'm up for whatever. I can pull up the rule for it if you want.
Interesting. We've never played that way, but I'm fine if you want to add 2s to all of your sheet. So Professor's at a +3, Bukerbeck's at a +2 because of Good Hope. Are there any other temp bonuses in here?
No.
Okay.
Let's see. Do we need Pixel on the sheet? Pixel just goes with me.
Yep.
Familiars go with their masters.
All right. The Mockernums with the other group. LD does not go. Give me a second. I have to. JJZF does not go. GIU does not go. Thurgus. There are 2 flat-footed, partial prone Grey Maidens sitting at a table within reach.
Oh, and am I up first?
Yes.
Sounds great. I will spend a point of fervor. We don't have haste right now. I will spend a point of fervor, give myself channel vigor, and choose haste. And I will go to town on these poor Grey Maidens. What's my bonus right now? Oh, okay, cool.
All right, they're full.
Not ones.
Just hacking. The blood, the gore, the rent armor, the screams. They might not even get a chance to scream.
44 and 44.
Damage?
Yeah.
Okay, they are both heavily injured, well past bloodied by that amount of damage.
I will swing one of my iteratives. It's 32 hit.
32 hits.
I'm only okay. Yeah, and then 4d6 plus 30. I'll copy paste it, and that's for another 39 points of damage.
Okay,
on one of them.
39 drops this Grey Maiden to minus 30. You actually take her head off at the shoulders. Her body is still seated at the table, and there are just gouts of blood going over the table.
Oh, justice!
Ah!
And then I'll 5-foot step in just to get closer, so that if she tries to run away, she'll provoke.
Pharisays with the other group. Never mind about LA. Never mind about BC. Professor is in this group.
Oh, I believe there's been an accident in the lab. Someone should warn everyone. And I will spend another point to keep the invisibility field running with Bakam's wand in my hand so I can cast silently. I will cast a major image first. And the major image is going to fill this area where we're at, the stairwell, and I'll look up the stairs a little bit and try and fill as much of that stairwell as I can.
Okay, so there's a...
I can do 13 10-foot cubes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and just fill this whole area. There's going to be an explosion, and will like rip through this stairwell here, and a weird red mist will start to like billow up like smoke, and then sort of condense and fall like rain and evaporate, and it will be like this hissing blood fog. And so I'll hand that concentration off to the crawling hand.
What's the DC of the exploding mist area?
I'll put 1 to increase the DC by 1, and that is a 3rd level spell. So that is 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 10 is 15. Plus 10, 25 plus 1, 26.
Okay. Does the explosion also happen in the squares where you're in?
It's not going to happen in the area where I am, where Zephyros is, and where Thurgus is. Once we move out of this area, the hand is going to expand the illusion to fill it so that anybody else coming into this area will be freaked out. But I'll kind of keep it under control for the moment, so I don't freak everybody in our area. But everybody upstairs should be seeing what appears to be a lab accident that caused an explosion of some sort of blood.
Okay, so you rock the place with illusory explosions.
That's awesome.
And then the second spell I cast there, I'll just do a haste.
All right, and you're ninth level.
Sorry, not a haste. I'll wait on that one till everybody's here. I'll do displacement instead. So.
Okay, displacement. Zephyros, what are you doing?
Zephyros is going to cast a flare.
Okay, she gets a saving throw. Is that a will save? It's a nat 20. Wow. Okay.
Jeez, I keep muting myself for some reason. Sorry. Yeah, it was a fortitude save. Never mind. That was a good attempt.
Oh yeah, she got a nat 20. She's more concerned about the blade that is trying to chop her into two than a flash of light in her face. She's trying to get up and draw her sword and defend herself, and she's already probably seeing little birdies. So you cast a spell. You didn't have invisibility up. You have a move. There's this rocking explosion that the professor somehow predicted. That is spilling out of the stairwell. All sorts of mist and popping sounds.
Zephyros is going to use Overland. He's flying all the time, so he's going to fly as close to the ceiling as he can.
Yep.
So that sort of over Thurgus, but out of reach so he doesn't get hit by Thurgus's weapon as Thurgus swings.
All right, you can end in that square, or you could end in these squares.
I'll end in the square where I am because Thurgus is the tip of our sword.
Yeah, there's not much room down here, so you could lift, we'll say, 5 feet off the ground, but your head is now touching the roof of this ceiling.
That's okay. I'm not on the ground, which is Zephyrus's goal.
WOH, don't worry about it. Queen's physicians are probably reacting to the explosion. Bukrabek dimension doors with the other group into an area full of exploding mist and insanity. And you would describe the back stairwell. He did get into the back stairwell, but Bukrabek, Makranam, and Ferris, they all need to make will saves DC 26.
Let me get the good help running.
Bukrabek believes that the stairwell is on fire and exploding and full of weird mist.
Yeah, he would.
All right.
27 for Makranam.
Oh, nice. Makranam's like,
Oh, it's not real.
And he says it. He actually says it so people can hear him.
yep.
Wow.
Bukrabek,
I roll a 19 and Pixel rolls a 20.
Okay, this is the telltale sign of the professor. Even Makranam sees it. Bukrabek, however, is going to spend his next round's actions basically like trying to dodge explosions, and we're going to say he's like dodging explosions for 1 round, and then he can get a save again. The Grey Maiden defensively stands from prone. Provokes. She's full defense -2 prone. So let me figure out her AC here. Full defense. She has enough ranks of acrobatics, so it's +6, 24 as she's rising.
I got a 25.
Okay, she managed to kind of pick up the platter like that had some like bits of cheese and crackers on it. It was like a big metal platter as she was rising up, and your adamantine sword cuts through it like it was a wet napkin, and right into her skull. She's holding these 2 pieces of the platter stupidly in her hands as you've cleft her forehead in twain.
Stay down.
51 damage. She had 10 hit points left, so you knocked her to -40. Yeah, her head is like open. You see brains. She falls to the ground along with the platter with a clatter. However, that might be covered slightly by the popping explosions and failed lab experiment that's somehow exploding in a stairwell. You can hear like Bukrabek going as the explosions all around him and weird mist. There was a distinct flash from Zephyrus from a dimension door that you realize that your party has arrived. All right, the lightning attack continues. Grey Maidens. RTN, Queen's Physicians. Top of next round. Makranam.
Oh, they're down here.
Well, actually, Zephyrus is flying. He's now at Zephyrus's feet.
We're here.
Can't Makranam fly too?
Makranam can fly.
He was flying?
Yep, Makranam has fly.
All right, he flies to Zephyrus's shoulder and settles in on your shoulder.
Oh, we're here.
Hey, Makranam, welcome. I'm going to make you invisible at a good opportunity when we get into the fight, so just hang tight.
Oh.
Thurgus.
I'm going to open this door.
Okay, Thurgus elbows the door. It was not locked. You can see immediately your ire is drawn to the piled remains of the alchemical golem. It looks like after the battle they just kind of pushed it off to the side of the room. You do notice that it looks like 3 of the plague doctors sans masks and equipment, just in their kind of like dark clothing, have been manacled to the beds and are actually moving in a zombie-like fashion.
As if like maybe they'd been infected. Would that be like a heal check or something like that to kind of get a sense of what happened, or is that too fast?
Well, yeah, it's too fast. You just see that you're like it looks like 3 of the plague doctors died violently and are now zombied. However, they're reacting to your presence, but they're manacled to the bed and can't quite reach you. There's just some moans from these 3 animated zombies, and the door is still smashed. They have not taken time to repair the door to the doctor's office.
Okay. Then I'm going to 5-foot step here.
Mm-hmm.
I will let Zephyros decide if he just wants to nuke the zombies that are in that room. And then I will standard action. Do I want to burn that already? No, I don't. I will just move up to next to this door then.
Okay.
Because I'm not the one with the key.
Yeah, there's a big padlock. It does look like it is locked, and it looks like it leads to like an elevator lift. You can see through the slats of the front door that there is a lift.
Okay.
There might be a through the slats of the door. You probably also see that there's a lever on the side of the lift cage.
Okay. Yeah, that's a move and a move for me. So.
Okay, Pharisee?
This is the professor's tricks. Plus, you're protected from fire. Come on, hurry. I'll move. I'll fly out here and start Bard Song.
Okay, Pixel flies you. She kind of does a little pirouette on Bookbrick's head as they go by. Professor, what are you doing?
The hand this round, seeing Bukerbeck cowering, sort of chuckles. However, a hand that doesn't have a mouth would chuckle. But it will move the illusion so like it forms around Bukerbeck and he can like safely walk through it without being exploded. And then once he's through next round, he'll probably fill it back in. But that's what the hand's gonna do this round, so Bukerbeck stops freaking out. The professor is going to maintain the invisibility field for another round. He is going to use a swift action arcane point, right? There is a quick, I forget the speed. To increase DCs of illusions he casts this turn. I'm going to do Persistent Image. So the scripted illusion I want to have happen here is I want a plague doctor in a plague mask to stumble up the stairs coughing and yelling. And I know I can't get him too far because I can't see it, but he's just, if I can get him just to the top of the stairwell so these Grey Maidens or the people can see him, and then have him collapse up there and go like, explosion in the lab, the blood veil, we have to get everyone out of here, quick, save yourselves. He'll be like inconsolable.
What? This is an illusion?
Yeah, it'll be a persistent image of just like a plague doctor. I've seen their type around here. He'll have the mask on. So
a senior one or a junior?
Probably a senior one, yeah.
Okay, so there's an illusory Queen's Physician.
Yeah, and he's gonna stumble up there and he'll be yelling at the Grey Maidens to get out of here. And for the duration of the spell, it lasts minutes per level, and then whatever, like extend lingering illusions.
What's the DC?
It's 5 plus, so 15, 25, 27, 28.
Holy crap. Okay. Because it's talking, it is now interacting with people, and I'm going to roll some will saves. There are 4 Grey Maidens that have reacted to the... They believe what they have just heard.
The end of his script will be, hopefully will be long gone, but he'll burn up into like some sort of bloody mist or something that looks like the explosion coming out of the hallway, so that it won't be weird when he just disappears.
Okay. And then we've got...
And then I'll move at the end of that.
Alright, because you could see through your own illusions. They're not making as much noise for you. You could actually hear people, get out of here! You could hear some scrambling of boots and clinking of armor and perhaps some footfalls beginning.
Awesome. And then I'll move over closer to this thing.
They may not be stopping to save all of the peasants and common folk that have come down with the sickness. It may be everyone for themselves upstairs.
Good. Get out of here. Just go, guys.
We can use that to our advantage later. Just say the Grey Maidens abandoned them.
Yeah.
Alright, Zephyros is next.
What do these doors?
They're open.
They're open and they reveal a horribly stained like experimentation lab, like a medical lab. You notice that there are bunk beds with iron frames that line either side of the wall, and chained with manacles and handholds to 3 of the bunk beds are what look like freshly formed plague zombies. There is a horrible pile of trash that was once the alchemical golem that looks like it was just hastily swept to the side, and a destroyed wooden door that leads to the place where you had nabbed the Doctor Davalus's desk with all the papers and books within. The zombies don't look like they're going anywhere. And you're muted if you...
Still muted.
There are probably more of them downstairs, though.
Neil?
I muted myself again. I keep muting myself. I don't know why. Sorry. Zephyros has 2 options. He is looking at the door, and he's considering either nuking the zombies and killing them outright, or just closing the door and dealing with the zombies later if we have anything left over and we need to.
Yeah, they seem to be agitated because somebody came, like, you guys are standing near the door and they're looking at you, but it does not look like they're going to win the battle against the metal bindings.
Zephyros is just going to close the door for the moment.
Okay, you shut the door. What else?
And then he's going to move back, and he's going to move as close to Thurgus as he can so that we can get through this door. So he's still flying sort of above, behind Thurgus.
Okay, the Queen's physicians stand up from their positions and begin to move. Unfortunately, these ones have to try to get down. Yeah, they're moving along the catwalks to here. They're actually slower than that. They contemplated going down the stairs, but they actually saw from the catwalks the craziness in the stairwell and decided they were going to perhaps try to find another way down. These Grey Maidens get up and are going to start moving away from this insanity. They're actually heading into the back room. You don't know. There's a mass panic. We're going to add a pip to the initiative. We're going to call them victims. And we will add them to the initiative. The Queen's physician... sorry, those are the Grey Maidens. The Queen's Bukerbeck comes stumbling down the stairs, avoiding explosions, coughing, and basically makes it to where Pharisee is. His eyes wide. He still might believe the illusion. The Queen's physicians are all dashing for the doors. none of them stopping for any of the patients. This one, however, gets tripped by one of the patients. These two senior physicians are running into this back room towards the through the doors that the Grey Maidens had opened. Looks like they are abandoning ship, basically. RTN, Senior Queen, victims. The victims, there are all sorts of them. Some of them are ambulatory and are getting up, and there is a mass panic and exodus upstairs. You can hear sort of a rising cry of surprise and shock and jostling. You've panicked not only your enemies, but those who have unfortunately come to the Queen's physicians for help during this time of plague. I guess that's why you're called the Jerks Emeritus. Mokranam is just hanging out on Zephyros's back. Thurgus, what are you doing?
Alright, am I getting the door? I guess Thurgus is going to unlock the door then, if no one else is grabbing it.
Okay, Thurgus takes out the key, unlocks the door. The doctor's key does fit the lock. The lock is now unlocked, and the padlock kind of just falls off to the ground. The door isn't very sturdy. It could all be opened in the same action.
Okay. Is that both the move and a move, or is that just one action?
Take out key, open the lock, and kind of throw it up. So you're done. You've got a 5-foot step if you want to move a little bit closer.
Yeah, I'll 5-foot step up.
Okay. You can see a lift. It's going to be pretty tight in here for all of you.
I was thinking about cutting the lift and letting it crash down, and then we all jump down.
There are...
A lot of us have fly going.
Right?
There is a chain, but the chain does not look like it is... it might not be a match for your oversized adamantine sword.
That's not a bad thought.
Pharisee.
That'll keep you from coming down, too.
Yeah, I was more concerned about us being able to get through the door at the bottom.
That
It's all
makes
debris.
sense. Yeah.
I can cut it behind us.
Pharisee, are you still wearing a plague doctor's mask?
Yes.
Okay.
And I cast glibness, so I can try and make it seem like we got a plan. Although I'm invisible too. I'm gonna fly over here and just take a look into the thing.
Yeah, there is you get kind of visible through the cracks. There's a shaft that leads downwards.
I will spend another round of Bard Song. Actually, I will linger the Bard Song this round. Yeah, how far down does it go?
Okay, so you fly up a little bit and you peek your head in. It looks like there is a landing about 30 feet down.
Goes down at least 30 feet. I will... Let's see, that's probably enough.
Okay. Professor.
Kind of weird here.
Okay, so the hand will continue to concentrate on the major image. It will expand the image some more to fill in as Bukerbeck has moved more into the room to fill in the gaps behind him. It's working on just making sure this place is packed with the illusion wherever we're not standing. The professor will also use his full round action to do the dual spell casting here, and he's going to cast haste with greater invisibility on himself. So haste, it looks like we're all pretty close.
Yep.
So I should be able to get quite a few people with this one. Let me just double check how many.
one person per level. It looks like we're all within 30 feet of each other, so that's good.
I think there are exactly 9 of us too.
Cool. So everybody gets a haste, and then the professor will have greater invisibility.
That includes the familiars, right?
Included in the 9? Yeah, I think we come out to 9. That sounds right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Zephyros.
Zephyrus is going to cast Greater Invisibility on Dumocrina, and he's going to use the Jotun Spoon of Extent to make this a 20-round Greater Invisibility.
I will also
I think it's
5 foot step.
4th level. I don't. Oh no, is it 3rd?
What?
Oh, the. I think the spoon only works on spells 3rd level and lower.
Oh, it does? I'm sorry, I did not realize that. That is okay.
It's, and 9 rounds is still going to be good stuff.
It just means that I have a Jotun Spoon of Extend that I can use on something else. Thanks, Matt. Good catch.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, Greater Invisibility is a 4th circle spell.
Okay.
Oh, can you see me? Because I kind of sparkly now.
I can see you, Makrona, but I
Oh.
have see invisibility.
Oh,
Other people do not.
okay. So what are we doing now?
You are gonna have fun.
Okay.
You're gonna do everything you want to do. You can fly to people, and you can slam people, and they can't see you coming, and it's gonna be good.
Bookerbeck moves into the lift, unless you're telling him not to.
I would tell him not to, because he can't.
All right.
He doesn't want to go first, right? And he can't share my square.
He moves off to the side.
Is that not where we're going?
Oh, it's where I'm going, unless you want to die first, my friend.
Good point. You shall take Vanguard.
Does it look like the lift goes up? I don't remember if there was a second floor, because I knew that there was a catwalk. I wasn't sure.
There was a catwalk. The lift. Actually, give me a second. I don't know what's behind that dark area. Yes, the lift does go up.
Fantastic.
There was a room back here that you didn't see into.
I will
Yeah.
tell Bookerbeck, unless you think you can hit that up switch and bounce out before it goes.
Okay,
If-
so
Essentially indicating that, like, if he wants to spend his turn to flip the lever up and then hang outside, I'd be down for that. Otherwise, he should just
yeah,
wait.
he doesn't have enough room to be in all these
Okay.
same squares. So you don't go in there, and he kind of came back, and
Okay.
you guys are having a discussion.
It's fine.
Either Pharisee or Thurgus can flip the switch. The Grey Maidens are running. You can hear heavy footfalls above your heads as people are fleeing. A rising scream from up above. The senior queen's physicians are all opening up doors to try to escape. And then there's this mass stampede of people towards the door as they're trying to trample and try to get out. Some of them are running to the back. Others are not ambulatory and are stuck in their beds. There is just a great cacophony of human suffering and flipped beds.
Whoops. Collateral damage, guys.
I mean, it's not like we set them on fire or anything.
Yeah, it's just somebody yelled fire in the crowded theater, you know?
Right.
That's effectively what you did. Mocranum Gobbler.
Oh, are we going in? Oh, I could get the thing.
He goes and he's flying above Pharisee, and he reaches out with a big noodly tendril, and he flips the lever up, and then the whole lift it clatters a little bit, and then
I can't see him because he's invisible. So I say, "Oh, Macronom, stay out here, though."
Yeah, I'm right above Pharisee.
Oh.
Can't you
okay.
see me? You can't see me.
I can smell you, though.
Oh, okay.
Thurgus.
How fast is the elevator moving up?
It's clanking.
Essentially, my plan is to fly down the shaft as soon as it clears. So if I have to delay or whatever that
You're
that
big
looks
and
like.
you're big and strong enough that you could help it up.
Okay, I'll do that.
And so basically you fly in maybe through difficult terrain for this first 20 feet of movement, but you end up down at the bottom of the shaft, and it only goes down about 30 feet, and the only way to get out is a small door at the bottom of the shaft. I've exposed it further down below.
Okay.
There is a similar door to the one that you had unlocked, and you can peek through the room. I believe you have dark vision, don't you?
I think I have low light.
That's fine. They've got
I
light
don't
in the
remember
room.
about bears.
There is a lit room, and you notice that there might be plague doctors there, all kind of looking confused and facing towards the lift. One of them says it in the muffled voice inside his mask, "Who's there?"
Death!
So hasted fly, you're able to get down there all in one move, so you have a move or a standard left.
You said the door itself is closed, or
Yeah, the door itself is closed, but you can see little slats in the cracks in the slats of the door.
Does it look locked?
No.
Okay, I'll just open it up.
Okay, so you just send this thing going up.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, I'm back.
There is a room. It does have a lot of stains on it. Like things have been by things I mean bodies and body parts and maybe alchemical liquids that are kind of like tracked throughout the room. These four guys, you're not too sure what they were doing. It looks like they're all agitated, like they're not caring very much. They do have weapons drawn as the explosion happened maybe about 18-20 seconds ago. Like they all kind of came over to see what the fuck was going on. So Thurgus opens the door.
Okay, I will spend my swift to activate Sacred Armor, and I'll just touch my breastplate.
Okay, you touch your breastplate, and for a brief moment, the armor bleeds the blood of the blood bear, covering the armor in a crimson hue. Pharisee, there's the clanking. So when Thurgus kind of bumped up the lift, it then janked downwards and was kind of like rattling, but it's still being pulled upwards. There's now enough space for you to fly down the shaft.
I will fly down the shaft and cast Spectral Hand.
Okay, roll the d4 and keep track of how many hit points you've put into the necromantic spell.
It's 4.
Okay, you fly down the shaft. You could continue. Give me a second. 90 feet. So it's 30 feet down plus about 10 feet over. You have 50 feet of movement left.
Oh, because I'm hasted, of course.
Yeah.
Is that door open?
This door is open, yeah. Thurgus is just kind of like wrenched open the door and is...
What? I'm going to hang out still in the back here.
Okay.
I do not want to be the first one through the door.
Are you visible or invisible?
I am invisible.
Understood.
I still don't want to be.
I don't think I can use cut from the air to protect people that I can't see. It just says a target adjacent to you. It doesn't say...
You're not supposed to be here!
Fucking... okay, LA, BC, don't worry about it. They might start hearing things in a moment. Professor, what are you doing?
Oh, that is a good question. The crawling hand is going to do the same thing again, expand the illusion to fill up the rest of the space that was selected for it. At a certain point, it won't be able to concentrate on this anymore because it won't be able to see it or will get too far away. At that point, it'll linger for 7 rounds. I don't know that we're quite there yet, though. I will fly down the shaft with my hasted fly. And I will, I think, fly into the room. Once I get down the shaft, about how much flight should I have left?
50, if you're hasted.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, the professor, you notice these three queens physicians, they are not wearing the senior physician's masks. You do see that, because you're now the closest sort of in the room, Thurgis's head is a little bit too high for the doorway, and Farisay is a little bit too far back. But somebody has, you're definitely underground. The walls are hewn from stone.